Over the years of production of the Omen movies, several actors have stepped in to play the role of Damien. As the main character in the films, Damien is an unassuming young child who turns out to be the Antichrist. From there, he wreaks havoc on the characters around him as the spirit of Satan comes out, with Damien killing all those who oppose him and for his gain. As the series continues, audiences witness Damien grow up into a genuinely evil man in the Omen series. Damien is not featured in the most recent installment in the series, 2024's The First Omen. This exclusion is by nature of The First Omen being a prequel to the main series, showing events that lead up to the 1976 film. Even though the character is absent from the most recent installment, Damien is still the most critical element of the majority of the Omen series, and over the years, his role has been inhabited by many main actors. Noel O'Connell. Infant Damien in 1970's The Omen. Noel O'Connell as baby Damien in The Omen. The very first iteration of Damien is played by Noel O'Connell in The Omen. O'Connell plays the baby version of Damien who is brought home by Robert and Catherine at the beginning of the movie. As an infant, O'Connell doesn't have to do any acting, but nonetheless, his presence is still pivotal. The Thorne couple is grieving the loss of their stillborn child and uses baby Damien as a point of hope in their grief. Damien was not the only role that O'Connell played in his infancy. In the same year, the actor played young Tommy in 6 episodes of When the Boat Comes In. He then appeared as a character named Job Trey in Exploits at West Poley in 1985, but did not go on to have an acting career into adulthood. Harvey Spencer Stevens. Child Damien in 1970's The Omen. Damien Thorne in The Omen, 1976, stands in front of gravestone. Throughout the majority of the first film, it is Stevens who takes on the role of Damien. The child actor delivers a franchise-critical performance, as he provides the series' introduction to the demonic child at the film's core. In The Omen, Damien is unaware that he is the son of Satan, so the audience must watch this child go on a journey of ignorance to sadist tendencies as he destroys his family members. The 1976 film was the only movie to feature Stevens on screen, but the 1991 sequel Omen 4, The Awakening later featured him in archival material. Cast at 5 years old, The Omen was Stevens' first on-screen performance. As in the case of O'Connell, he did not go on to have an acting career as an adult. In 2006, he made a cameo appearance in the Omen remake as tabloid reporter number 3, but he has not appeared in any film since. Jonathan Scott Taylor. Teenage Damien in Damien, The Omen 2. The Omen 2 Damien in a uniform saluting. Though the follow-up to The Omen was released in theaters only 2 years after the original film, the next feature time jumped several years. Damien, The Omen 2 kicks off as the character is about to turn 13, and finally learns about his satanic destiny. Playing this newly minted teenage Damien is Jonathan Scott Taylor, who was 16 years old at the time of the film's release. Scott Taylor got his start in acting a few years before the Omen sequel, playing a character named Andrew in an episode of 10 from the 20s. After Damien, The Omen 2, the young actor went on to play small roles in a couple of other TV series, including The Mill on the Floss, Tales of the Unexpected, and Saturday Night Thriller. His last on-screen role was in 1988 when he played a character named Barry in 2 episodes of a TV miniseries called Troubles.